Have you ever been in Germany wanting to start a conversation, but you're just not sure where to begin? Well, today we're going to crack the code on German small talk. And trust me, the secret weapon is something you see every single day, right outside your window. So just imagine it. You're waiting for a train, you're in line for a coffee, or maybe you're just standing in a really quiet elevator. How do you break that silence? What's the one universal icebreaker that works pretty much every time in Germany? Yep, that's it. It is literally that simple. You talk about the weather, or das Wetter, as they say in German. It's the go-to topic, it's always safe, and you know what? It's a surprisingly effective way to kick off a conversation anywhere in the country. All right, let's start with our first act, the overture. We're calling it that because, kind of like in an orchestra, talking about the weather sets the whole tone. It's the opening that can lead to a much bigger, more interesting conversation. Now, here's a little trick to help you master this. I want you to think of yourself as a theater critic. Seriously, every single day, the weather puts on this grand performance just for you. Your only job? To describe what you see. Easy, right? So every great play, of course, needs a stage, a backdrop, and in our daily weather play, the XII, that's the seasons, they provide the basic set design for the entire year's performance. Okay, one of the first things you'll notice about the set design in Germany is its Übergangsjahreszeiten. Those are the transitional seasons, spring and autumn. During these times, the daily play can be, well, a little unpredictable. You might get a really warm, sunny scene in the afternoon, but then, bam, it's followed by some surprisingly chilly mornings and evenings. And wow, you can really see the dramatic range of this stage. I mean, look at this. In the summer, the average temperature is a really pleasant 20 degrees Celsius. But then winter comes, and the set gets a complete overhaul, dropping all the way to freezing right around 0 degrees, often with a whole blanket of snow. All right, our stage is set. So now it's time for the action. We're talking about the special effects. These are all the specific weather conditions, rain, sun, wind, that make each day's performance totally unique. Let's start with the basics, the lighting department. Is the stage just flooded with bright light? Well, then it's sonnig, that's sunny. Or is the lighting a bit more, moody and subdued? Then you'd call it bewölkt, cloudy. These two are your most fundamental critiques. Of course, sometimes the director adds water effects. For a day that's just generally rainy, you can use the word regnerisch. But for those specific passing showers, the word is Regenschauer. And the verb? Super simple. Es regnet. It's raining. In winter, the play might call for Schneefall or snowfall, and their line is simply Es schneit. And then you get the summer blockbusters. A Gewitter is a thunderstorm, and let me tell you, it is the full show. You get all the special effects packed into one performance. You've got rain, you've got wind, and of course, that dramatic sound and light show of thunder and lightning. And hey, don't forget about those atmospheric effects, the ones that change how the air itself feels. A windig day, a windy day, has its own kind of energy, right? A neblig or foggy morning can feel really mysterious. And a schwül, that's a humid, summer afternoon, that can be just as dramatic as any thunderstorm. So, you've looked at the set design, you've analyzed the special effects. Now it's time for the most important part, your lines. This is where you actually become the critic and deliver your review of the performance. Your opening line can be a really simple overall review. So, was it a good show today? Then the weather is schön, beautiful, or gut, good, or even angenehm, pleasant. If it was absolutely fantastic, you could say it was traumhaft, which is like dreamlike. And if the performance was just plain awful, well, then it was schlecht, bad. You know those days when the play is just completely all over the place? Sun one minute, rain the next. Well, Germans have the perfect saying for that. April, der macht was er will. It basically means April, it does whatever it wants. And it just perfectly captures that crazy, unpredictable spring weather. Your review can also be about how the show made you feel. It's very relatable. On a really hot day, you can just state the obvious. Man schwitzt, one sweats. Everybody knows what that's like. And in the dead of winter, a simple Es ist sehr kalt, it is very cold, is an equally powerful and very common review. And now, it's time for the final bow. We've gone over the stage, the special effects, and your lines. So now, the spotlight is turning to you. So if you remember one thing from all this, let it be this simple idea. The season is the stage. The daily weather provides all the special effects. And you? You are the critic. Ready with your review.
Okay, it's your turn, for real. I want you to look outside your window right now. What's the performance looking like today? Is it sunny? Maybe a little bewolked? A bit windig? Go on, give your first review. You're totally ready for this.